Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Sada Shiva Samarambham Vyasa Shankara Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanno Mitrasham Varunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Brihaspatihi Shanno Vishnurukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Yaschandasam Rishabho Vishwarupaha Chandobhyo Dhyamrutaat Sambhabhuva Samendro Medhaya Asprunoti Amrutasya Devadharano Bhuyasam Shariram Me Vicharshanam Jihva Me Madhumattama Karnabhyam Bhuri Vishruvam Brahmanah Koshosi Medhaya Pihitaha Shrutam Me Gopaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Aham Vrikshasya Reriva Kirti Prasthang Gireriva Urdhva Pavitro Vajiniva Swamrutamasmi Dravinagam Savarchasam Sumedha Amrutokshitaha Iti Trishankor Vedano Vachanam. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us go straight to Saptamaha Anuvakaha, 7th section. We'll start chanting from there. I assume that you're able to chant the 6th Anuvaka well. Asadva idamagra asit. Asadva idamagra asit. Tato vai sadajayata. Tato vai sadajayata. Tadatmanagasvayamakuruta. Tadatmanagasvayamakuruta. Tasmat tatsukruta muchyata iti. तस्मात् तत्सुकृतमुच्यत इति असद्वा इदमग्र आसीत् असद्वा इदमग्र आसीत् ततो वै सदजायत ततो वै सदजायत तदात्मानग् स्वयमकुरुत तदात्मानग् स्वयमकुरुत तस्मात् तत्सुकृतमुच्यत इति तस्मात् तत्सुकृतमुच्यत इति यद्वै तत्सुकृतं वैतत्सुकृतं रसो वैसः रसो वैसः रसगृह्येवायं लब्ध्वानन्दी भवति गृह्येवायं लब्ध्वानन्दी भवति रसो वैसः रसो वैसः रसगृह्येवायं लब्ध्वानन्दी भवति गृह्येवायं लब्ध्वानन्दे भवते को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् वान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेश आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् यदेश आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेश आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् यदेश आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् रसो वैसः रसगृह्येवायं लब्ध्वानन्दी भवति ह्येवायं लब्ध्वानन्दे भवते को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेश आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् यदेश आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् एष ह्येवानन्दयाति एष ह्येवानन्दयाति एष ह्येवानन्दयाति नन्दयाति यदा ह्येवैष ह्येवैष एतस्मिन्नदृश्येनात्म्ये निरुक्ते निलयने भयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते निरुक्ते निलयने भयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते एतस्मिन्नदृश्येनात्म्ये निरुक्ते निलयने भयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते न दृश्येनात्म्ये निरुक्ते निलयने भयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते अथ सो भयं गतो भवति अथ सो भयं गतो भवति अथ सो भयं गतो भवति गतो भवति यदा ह्येवैष यदा ह्येवैष यदा ह्येवैष यदा ह्येवैष एतस्मिन्नुदरमन्तरं कुरुते एतस्मिन्नुदरमन्तरं कुरुते एतस्मिन्नुदरमन्तरं कुरुते एतस्मिन्नुदरमन्तरं कुरुते अथ तस्य भयं भवति अथ तस्य भयं भवति अथ तस्य भयं भवति अथ तस्य भयं भवति तत्त्वेव एव भयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य तत्त्वेव भयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य वेव भयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य तत्त्वेव भयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य तत्त्वेव भयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य तदप्येष श्लोको भवति तदप्येष श्लोको भवति Of all those 7 reasons Upanishad presented to prove the existence of Brahman, to establish the existence of Brahman. The last one we saw was the only source of fearlessness is Brahman. Brahman is the only source of fearlessness. It is the knowledge of Brahman being one's own self will free one from the phenomenon called fear for good by freeing one from the fear of death. Therefore, definitely Brahman is existent. We saw that. And we saw there this morning what should be the knowledge of Brahman, how should be the knowledge of Brahman. I am Aham Adrishyam Brahma. Aham Adrishyaha Brahmatma. Aham Anatmyaha Brahmatma. Aham Aniruktaha Brahmatma. Aham Anilayanaha Brahmatma. I, the knower, am that Brahmatma. Only if this vision is clear, in the light of this vision, one can see not only one's own self is Brahma, there is nothing other than Brahma here. All that is here is only Brahma. Which means the vision of the Brahman being one's own self will help one see another abstract fact of Brahman being non-dual, Brahman being secondless reality. There is no second thing other than Brahma. There is nothing other than Brahma. All that is there is only Brahma. And therefore, I am that Brahman. The second thing being not there, how can you be harmed by anything else? For anyone to be harmed by other thing, there must be another thing. Absolutely, there is no other thing. There's no second thing other than Brahma. If at all you want to say there's something else other than Brahma, that is Mithya. So Mithya, which is dependent on Satyam for its very existence, cannot do any harm to Satyam. Isn't it? The very ocean which is dependent on water for its existence cannot do any harm to the ocean, the water. So the entire material objective universe is dependent on the very existence, on pure awareness for its very existence cannot do any harm to the awareness, consciousness. And what is this? What is this actually implied by all these words? Adrishyaha. Adrishyaha, what is implied by the word Adrishyaha is the pure, abstract, formless, limitless consciousness, existence implied by the term Brahmatma. What is implied by the term Anatmyaha? What is that which is formless? It is this abstract, limitless consciousness, existence implied by the term Brahma, Brahmatma. What is Anirukta? What is it which is indescribable? It is this pure, limitless existence, consciousness implied by the term Brahma. And what is Anilayanaha? What is that which is neither the cause nor the effect, neither the support nor the supported? What is that which is free from all divisions and differences? It is this limitless existence, consciousness implied by the term Brahma. And you are that Brahma. There's nothing other than that Brahma. The second thing other than Brahman being not there, Brahman being the non-dual reality. So there's no, Brahman is free from any mortality, any harm, any destruction. This fact becomes very clear. I itself am the indestructible, immortal, timeless reality consciousness Brahma. Then the fear of death will resolve. When the fear of death resolves, the very phenomenon called fear will resolve for good. This is called freedom from fear of death, which is freedom from the hold of the phenomenon called fear for good, which is the discovery of fearlessness as one's own nature, it is called abidance in fearlessness through clear, doubt-free, ascertained vision of one's own self being Brahman. So we saw here, therefore Brahman is the only source of fearlessness. Therefore Brahman is, we saw this morning. Then Upanishad continues. Therefore, from the standpoint of Brahman, that towards the end of the class, this is where I left. If we see, there are no differences at all. In fact, in Mandukya Upanishad, beautifully it is shown logically how there are no differences at all. Divisions, differences. We talk about so many differences. Sajatiya bhedaha, vijatiya bhedaha, swagata bhedaha, all these differences. Knower known knowledge, divisions. Knower known duality, the plurality. All these divisions and differences, really speaking, are not there from the standpoint of the reality without which differences themselves cannot exist. Differences are always only from the standpoint of the form, name and function. The form, name and function itself, the form itself is mithya. Therefore, the difference based on the form also is mithya. Relatively, there are differences. Relatively, there are forms, names and functions. But absolutely, from the standpoint of the truth, there is no such a thing called difference at all. Therefore, the person who is blessed with this clear vision of one's own self being Brahman, abstract this consciousness. From the standpoint of the truth, one can see the differencelessness. One can resolve all the differences. In resolving all the differences, one can see oneself being non-separate from Bhagavan, the whole. One can see Bhagavan being non-separate from oneself. One can see the universe being non-separate from oneself. One can see everything being non-separate from Brahma. Therefore, this reality is absolutely secure. I am the reality, therefore I am absolutely secure. And all that is here is Brahma. Therefore, if this is very clear, then there is no fear at all. Unless and until a person resolves the differences, there will be fear. Shastram says it. How long will this fear be there? How long will I become the victim of this problem of fear and insecurity? How long will this fear be? This fear will be there as long as these differences are real for me. As long as differences are real for me, I isolate myself as an individual, separate from the world. Always the world will be a threat. And as long as I see myself being different from the Lord, there will be fear. Therefore, it's important to resolve these differences. And differences can be resolved only if you see yourself being Brahman, for which the essence must be dissociated from Anatma, body, mentions complex, cognitively, not physically. Then it will be cognitively resolved in Atma. And from the standpoint of Atma, you see yourself being non-identical with Paramatma. Only this vision will help you get rid of the fear. Otherwise, as long as you are ignorant, as long as his knowledge is not there, as long as you are helplessly having identity with the Anatma, body, mentions complex, you will see yourself as a limited individual, separated from, isolate yourself from the external world, and you will alienate the world, isolate yourself, then you cannot help being the victim of this problem of fear. And then definitely there is no peaceful mind. So Krishna here the Upanishad says, Yada hyevaisha etasmin udaramantaram kurute. Yada hyevaisha etasmin udaramantaram kurute. In fact, that is why, before I want to tell you this, how it is the knowledge of Brahman is the only means of freeing yourself from the fear. That is why specifically the Mrityunjaya mantra consists of the prayer, mainly for prayer for knowledge. Mrityunjaya mantra, people think is a prayer for immortality. Means what? That not that you can sit here forever, enjoying for thousands of years. No. Mrityunjaya mantra. After the body will one day definitely fall apart. Before this body falls apart, we must get this knowledge. Mrityunjaya mantra is actually prayer for becoming victorious over death. Means is a prayer to become victorious over death. It consists of the prayer for the knowledge. Attainment of knowledge of immortality is attainment of immortality. Understanding what is immortal, what is immortality, what is death is what? Attainment of knowledge of immortality is attainment of immortality. That's why specifically we pray for knowledge. Why? Knowledge alone will help you resolve the fear of death, by understanding that I am immortal, timeless, everlasting reality Brahma. Therefore, now, yada hyevaisha etasminnudaram kurute kurute. So here, athatasya bhayam bhavati. When indeed, yada, when he, indeed, eva, eshaha, this person, whoever, etasmin udaram antaram kurute. Yadahi eva yeshaha etasmin udaram antaram kurute. Etasmin means what? In this absolute reality, ultimate truth, obtaining in the form of pure awareness, pure consciousness, the pure existence consciousness. Is limitless reality, existence consciousness. In this reality, in this Brahman, in this Brahmatma, etasmin, in the Brahmatma, yaha, yeshaha, this person, whoever it is, anyone, udaram antaram kurute. Antaram means division. Antaram means division. Udaram means slightest division. Kurute, one projects. If a person projects or sees or makes even the slightest division in this indivisible, undivided, partless whole Brahman reality, then tasya ataha tasya bhayam bhavati, then he cannot help becoming the victim of the problem of the phenomenon called fear. Definitely he will have fear. Tasya bhayam bhavati. Upanishad makes it very clear, very clean teaching here, clear teaching. As long as you see differences in Brahman, as long as you see the division in Brahman, then there will be fear. The word udaram literally means stomach, isn't it? Udara means stomach, but here you have to break it. Ut means alpa, little ut. Actually, aram, you can say ut, aram, break it like this. Ut, aram, udaram. So, aram means slight, very little of difference. Ut means even. Ut means even. If you break it, udaram, ut plus aram. Ut means even. Aram means difference. Slight difference, little difference. Actually, aram stands for little. Aram, little. Ut, even. Even little. Udaram means what? Even little. Udaram means even little. Even little should be taken as even slightest. Antaram means difference. Udaram, antaram means even little of division. Even little of difference. Antaram, division. Uttu, even. Aram, little. Antaram, division. If a person makes even little of difference, little of division, slightest of division in that indivisible, undivided, formless whole Brahman, that person helplessly will become the victim of the phenomenon called fear. Tasya bhayam bhavati. Definitely he will have fear. There will be fear in him. Why Upanishad mentions this? Because there are even other philosophers who are also Vaidikas, who also accept Veda Shastramasti Pramanam. Still, even those people also have this view. They have their own view contention. There is a group of people, they hold on to this view very strongly, that I am different from the Lord is different from me. It's called Dvaita Darshanam. I am different from the Lord is different from me. So duality is real for them. And there's another group of people who are also given to another contention. They do not say that I am different from the Lord totally, but they say I am part of the whole. I am part of the whole means still there is definition. There's difference in saying I am the whole, I am part of the whole, I am different from the whole. Okay? I am the whole is the vision of the fact. Whether we have the vision or not, that's a different problem. Okay? But what is the fact? I am the whole is the vision of the fact. I am part of the whole is another contention of group of people. I am different from the whole is another contention. I am different from the whole means what? It's a Dvaita Darshanam. I am part of the whole. Visishtadvaitam. I am the whole means Advaita Darshanam. So Shastram says, even ut aram, even little of division, ut aram, antaram, udaram antaram, even little of division, even slightest of division, a person sees in Brahman, then fear will be there. We are going to see later on, Dvitiyadhi bhayam bhavati. As long as you see a second thing other than yourself, there will be fear. What does it mean, seeing a second thing other than yourself? Absolutely, what is only the truth. Whatever is there as second, third and fourth, and the plurality and duality is what? Is all mithya. Dvaitam is not, duality is not unreal, but duality is not absolutely real also. It is as though real, it is mithya. So plurality is not absolutely unreal, nor is it real. It is mithya. All the divisions are mithya. Differences are mithya. But what is mithya is mistaken to be satyam. That is why this is problem. In fact, the problem is centered on I. I am a mortal. I am going to die is the problem. Therefore, Shastram says, actually, this is an erroneous perception. Where you have to see this fact of yourself being identical with Brahman, the reality, yourself being the very truth. Essentially, you are the truth. Adrishyaha, anatmyaha, aniruktaha, anilayanaha, atma you are. Is the fact. So only when you see yourself from the standpoint of the truth, you can see you are free from all limitations. It is very difficult to shift the essence from anatma to atma. That is why Panchakosha Prakriya was prescribed. Gradually, you have to see step by step, you must be convinced of the fact that I, this knower, am not this known body, known layers of physiological functions. Definitely, I, the knower, am distinct from the known powers. I, the knower, am distinct from all the known thoughts and emotions, even knowledge and ignorance. Which means, and who am I, the knower? That is where you have to see there is no knower other than this reality, abstract, formless reality, which is of the nature of knowing. I am that reality. I am Jnanam Brahma. I am Satyam Brahma. I am Anantam Brahma. I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. That must become very clear. When you see yourself from the standpoint of the truth, what you are essentially, absolutely, there is no way of resolving fear. From the standpoint of the truth alone, you can see the second thing being not there. The standpoint of the reality, truth alone, you can see the truth being non-dual, truth being secondless. Only then there's no, I'm not part of the whole. I'm not different from the whole. I am the whole. When can a wave say, I, the wave, am the whole? When can it say, I, the wave, am the water? So, I, the water, am the whole. The wave has to shift its identity from the wave form to the water. The standpoint of the water alone, the wave can say, I, the water, am the whole. The standpoint of water, there's no difference, there are no divisions. Similarly, here also, when you see yourself, I, the knower, am, consciousness, Brahma, the standpoint of Brahma, you can see the divisionlessness. Therefore, Upanishad says, even in seeing this yourself as a part of the whole, there you are seeing this, the slightest difference is there, division is there, bhayam will be there, fear will be there. Even if you see, oh, I am different from the whole, means completely you are isolating yourself from the whole. And as a limited individual, you cannot help being dependent on the whole. For security and happiness, their fear will be there. Understand? Therefore, athatasya bhayam bhavati, athatasya bhayam bhavati, yada he vaisha, etasminnudaрамантарам kurute, etasminnudaрамантарам kurute. Have you noted the word udaram? Little, even little. Udaram. Etasmin, in this Brahman, in this limitless, divisionless reality, the person who sees the difference will have fear. Yada he vaisha etasminnudaram kurute atha tasya bhayam bhavati. In seeing the fact of second thing other than myself is be not there, fear will resolve. Next, tatveva bhayam vidusho manvanasya. So, until athatasya bhayam bhavati, Upanishad made very clear Brahman, vision of Brahman being the only secondless non-dual dual reality, or vision of one's own self being the secondless non-dual reality. The vision of one's own self being secondless non-dual reality alone will help one resolve the fear. So this knowledge of Brahman is source of fearlessness, discovering freedom from fear. Therefore, Brahman exists. Now the next point is Tatveva bhayam vidusho manvanasya. Tatveva bhayam vidusho manvanasya. Now, Upanishad says the same Brahman, which is the source of fearlessness, will be a source of fear also, will be the cause of fear also. How does Brahman become the cause of fear, source of fear? We'll see that. Tat tu eva. Tat. Tatveva. If you break it, tat tu eva. Tat tu eva. We have to break it. Tatveva should break it. Should break the tatveva into tat tu eva. The tu indicates itself. Tat means Brahman. That Brahman alone, that Brahman itself. Eva means itself, that emphasis. That Brahman alone, the same Brahman, that Brahman itself. Which Brahman? How many Brahmans are there here? That one and the only secondless non-dual reality, Brahma, which alone is the truth of every being, truth of I, that Brahman itself, Tattu Eva, that absolute reality itself, Bhayam Bhavati, becomes the source of fear. Bhayam, Tatveva, Bhayam, you have to add the word Bhavati. Tattu eva bhayam bhavati. That absolute reality, Brahman obtaining as my own self, your own self becomes the source of fear. The source of fearlessness becomes the source of fear also. Okay? When Brahman, the absolute reality, Brahman ununderstood, becomes the mistaken. Brahman mistaken, ununderstood, erroneously perceived, becomes the source of fear. How? Brahman unknown, ununderstood, becomes the Brahman erroneously perceived. Brahman mistaken. Brahman mistaken, erroneously perceived, becomes the source of fear. Let me tell you. The rope unknown. The rope unknown. Suppose you see the rope. You see the rope as the rope. Clearly you are seeing the rope as a rope. Then the rope is not a source of fear. Rope does not cause any fear. Because you are seeing the rope as a rope, there is no fear. But the rope unknown, in a dim light, the rope unknown alone becomes the mistaken, rope erroneously perceived. The rope mistaken is what? To be the snake. The rope mistaken to be the snake. And the snake becomes the cause of fear. Isn't it? Snake causes the fear. Is the real snake? Snake causes the fear. Brahman does not cause the fear. Understand? Snake causes the fear. But is the real snake? No. Brahman mistaken, rope mistaken to be the snake. Rope mistaken to be the snake. Rope mistaken to erroneously perceived as the snake becomes the source of fear. Isn't it? And when is rope mistaken or erroneously perceived as the snake, mistaken to be the snake, the rope is unknown. So unknown rope, okay, the rope unknown becomes the rope mistaken, erroneously perceived. The rope erroneously perceived becomes the source of fear. Is it clear? Similarly, Brahman unknown becomes the Brahman mistaken, Brahman erroneously perceived. What is this Brahman? Only secondless, non-dual reality obtaining in the form of pure consciousness existence, mistaken to be the world of duality, world of plurality, world of objects involving knower known duality, or world of plurality, world of multiplicity, becomes a source of fear. Got it? Previous classes, we can say very simply, we say just the division itself is what? Implies ignorance. What is absolutely real is mistaken to be the empirically real world of duality. What is absolutely real is mistaken to be the world of divisions, differences. Is it clear? Therefore, Brahman unknown becomes the Brahman mistaken. Brahman mistaken to be the world of duality, becomes the source of fear. Suppose Brahman known will not be mistaken to be the world of duality. And the world of duality will then what happens? Brahman known means you will see the world to be Brahman. In the vision of a wise person, there's no world, there's only Brahma. In the perception of an ignorant person, there is no Brahma, there's only world. The ignorant person sees Brahman, sees the world. Wise person sees the world as Brahma. Therefore, only when the Brahman unknown, Brahman becomes mistaken, Brahman mistaken to be the world becomes the source of fear. Is it clear? Therefore, Tatveva bhayam vidusho manvanasya. Tatveva bhayam vidusho manvanasya. So, tat tu eva, that absolute reality Brahman itself, which is the only source of fearlessness, the knowledge of which alone can help resolve the fear, itself becomes the source of fear, cause of fear, when it is ununderstood, unknown. For whom? Even for Vidushaha. So Vidusha, even for a person, a highly learned person, of a person of highly academically qualified person who has knowledge of so many other things, who is highly qualified, academically highly accomplished person. You might have got many degrees and things, even for such a person, even for a scholar, but who does not have the knowledge of the truth. A person may be highly educated, highly academically qualified. He may be highly accomplished person in society, but still, as long as he is ignorant of the self, in spite of having all knowledge and accomplishments also, still he will have fear. He cannot help having the fear in him. Doesn't matter how much a person has accomplished in life. Self-knowledge is not there, take it for granted, definitely there is fear in him. So Vidushaha, another word comes, Vidushaha, Amanvanasya. You have to break it very carefully. Amanvanasya. Amanvanaha means, here Manvanaha means one who knows. Amanvanaha means the person who is ignorant of reality Brahman. This person, Amanvanaha, is the one who is ignorant of Brahman. Amanvanasya Vidushaha. The person who is ignorant of the reality, ignorant of one's own self being Brahman, who does not know the self being Brahman, who does not know what the reality is. The person who is ignorant of Brahman, reality is Amanvanaha. Such a person, even if he is a Vidwan, even if he is highly qualified, academically highly qualified, educated, erudite scholar also, still for him the same Brahman becomes a source of fear. So what is it important then? What's important here? It is the knowledge of Brahman which will help you resolve the fear. The ignorance of Brahman, ununderstood, unknown will be the source of fear. Brahman known will be the source of fearlessness. Therefore, Brahman being the only source of fear when unknown, Brahman being the only source of fearlessness when known itself is the proof for the existence of Brahman. Is it clear? So here the 7 reasons Upanishad has presented to establish the existence of Brahman. Got it? Remember all those 7 reasons now? Okay. Tatveva bhayam vidusho manvanasya. Tatveva bhayam vidusho manvanasya. Tadapyesha shloko bhavati. Tadapyesha shloko bhavati. So what Upanishad emphatically mentions here, how much ever we study, understand, learn, become qualified in this world of many other disciplines also, still as long as we are ignorant of the truth, we cannot escape from this problem of fear. Fear will be there. Fear of death will be there. Therefore, insecurity will be there. There's no way of resolving the sense of insecurity centered on I. Minus all qualifications also, academic qualifications also, naturally one will be insecure person. And even after having got oneself educated, highly becoming qualified also, as an accomplished person in society also, the person will continue to be insecure if the person does not have self-knowledge. So, tattu eva bhayam bhavati vidushaha amanvanasya. For the person who is ignorant of the self, even though he is vidwan, he highly learned in other, he has knowledge of other disciplines, still he will have fear. Okay. Tadapyesha shloko bhavati. Tadapyesha shloko bhavati. So regarding this also, regarding this means what? Regarding this fact of Brahman being the source of fear when unknown, Brahman being the only source of fearlessness when known, also there is a rig mantra. There is a rig mantra. So if the previous Anuvakaha has ended, we are entering into the new Anuvakaha, 8th Anuvakaha, Ashtamaha Anuvakaha. Section 8. Again here also, this 8th section also begins with the Rig Mantra regarding what has been discussed in the previous Anuvakaha. How Brahman ununderstood is the fear of, source of fear. Brahman understood is the only source of fearlessness. Is continued here, but here different fact Upanishad presents here. Another subtle fact Upanishad presents in this Rig Mantra. Before we go to this Rig Mantra, I want to clarify another important point. Usually, in Vedanta Shastram, it is seriously argued that the reality, Brahman or the Lord, cannot be proved logically. Existence of Bhagavan, existence of the reality, existence of Brahman cannot be logically established at all. Logically established. In fact, there are many Tarkikaha, the logicians, especially Nyaya philosophers, they all try their best. They hold on to the very strong view. They are of very, very strong view that they think, they argued that existence of God, existence of the Lord, the reality can be proved logically. They hold on to that view. And for which Adi Shankara Bhagavad-pada, generally Vedantins in fact argue against their view, Nayayika's view. Not only they argue against the view that the reality can be established logically, existence of Brahman they argue against the view that existence of Brahman can be established logically. So according to Vedanta Shastram, existence of Brahman cannot be established logically. So not only they simply argue against their view, they refute their view. Not only they refute their view, they establish how and why the existence of Brahman cannot be proved logically. And it's also said, Naisha tarkena apaniya. Naisha matihi tarkena apaniya. No, this existence of reality, existence of Bhagavan cannot be proved at all logically. This is the argument. So here, politely a question can come. If you say, if it is already, people have argued, refuted others' views and established that existence of Brahman, existence of Bhagavan cannot be proved logically, how come that you state these 6 reasons? Got it? That's not 7 reasons. The 7 logical reasonings have been given here. So, are these 7 reasons acceptable? Yes. How? In fact, the logic, actually, we have twofold. 2 ways of reasoning. Shankara Bhagavad-pada, in his small text called Sadhana Panchakam, he mentions Sutarkaha, Dustarkaha. Sutarkaha, Dustarkaha. Now, what is Sutarkaha? What is Dustarkaha? Dustarkaha means mere logic, which is a dry logic. Mere logic, mere reasoning is what? Dustarkaha. Because a dry logic. Whereas Sutarkaha is logic supported by Shruti. Shruti Sammata Tarkaha. The logic supported by Shruti is Sutarkaha. Logic, mere logic, without the support of Veda is Dustarkaha, dry logic. Whereas the logic supported by Veda is what? Sutarkaha. So here, all the 7 reasons are not Sutarka, Dustarka. Okay? The logic presented by the Veda. So Veda supported logic. Logic which has support of the Veda is acceptable because Veda is a pramanam, means of knowledge of the truth. Why mere logic cannot establish the existence of Brahman? Why? Why not? Because this reality, the absolute reality implied by the term Brahman, does not fall within the range of logic. It is like saying, can we establish, suppose if it is like saying, we can establish the existence of reality through reasoning. If we say mere reasoning, we don't need Vedanta. We do not need Vedanta Shastra Pramanam. We ourselves can establish the existence of Brahman or God through reasoning. If somebody says, it is like saying, I can establish the existence of sound only by seeing. Using my seeing power, I can establish the existence of the sound. Is it possible? It's not possible. Why? Because sound does not fall within the visual range. So just because sound cannot be just because you cannot establish the existence of sound through seeing power, that does not mean sound is non-existent. Are you all with me? Just because we cannot establish the existence of the object called sound through the seeing power, that does not mean sound is non-existent. Just because I cannot establish the existence of light through the hearing power, that does not mean the light does not exist. Which means, because light does not fall within the audible range, sound does not fall within the visible range. It's a different field, isn't it? Similarly, what logic can prove is only within what falls within its range, whereas reality is beyond the logic. If at all somebody says that they can prove the existence of Brahman through reasoning and logic, and Shankaracharya states, actually, even all their logic itself is illogical. The logic will be illogical. It's like saying, I can prove the existence of sound through my seeing power. That is why it is very important to have Shraddha in the Shastram. Shastram as the Pramanam. If there is no Shraddha in the Shastram as the Pramanam, there is no way of discovering the truth. I don't believe I don't need to use my eyes to see the light. I can try some other way. Means it's not possible. The valid means of knowledge. That's why Upanishad is the valid means of knowledge of the truth. So any reasoning we can use logic, but that logic must be supported by the Shruti. The logic supported by the Shruti alone can be accepted, which becomes Sutarkaha. Otherwise, mere logic which does not have the support of the Shruti will be incapable of proving the existence of Brahman. Therefore, it will be Dustarkaha, it cannot be accepted. Understand? That is why we always say Veda is not scientific. Even though Veda does not contradict the reasoning. Therefore, all these 7 arguments or 7 reasons presented here to prove the existence of Brahman are appropriate reasons which have the very strong support of the Upanishad, which is Veda. Is it clear? Okay. Now, with this understanding, now we're going to enter into, still we are still here, about to conclude the topic of the answer for the third question. Does Brahman exist at all? Yes. 7 reasons are given here. One more thing Upanishad says, not only the knowledge, ignorance of Brahman becomes the cause of fear. It is this Brahman in the form of pure knowledge, pure consciousness, pure awareness, is there manifest as the universal, natural, moral law and order. All the natural laws which govern the results of actions, all the laws which preside, which govern all the functions, all the functions happening in the objective universe. There are natural phenomena, presiding deities, the devatas which are there as the presiding deities, which govern the functions, the presiding deities or the devata which govern the functions of all these phenomena. Like Suryaha, Chandraha, these are all these devatas, natural phenomena. If we take, we only appreciate how the knowledge is backing the order involved in the involuntary functions seen in all the living beings. What about this, the order involved, order backing the functions that are happening on the part of all the natural phenomena here, all the devatas? All the planets are moving in their orbits. All the planets are moving in their orbits without causing any traffic jam or accidents. All of them are moving. The earth rotating itself comes around the sun in its own orbit. We are not going instructing any of those phenomena. Imagine if we have to really request sun to come, please come, sunrise. So sun is doing its own duty. Fire is involved in its own function. Every natural phenomenon is doing its own duty, is involved in its own ordained function. So, all these natural phenomena, we do not see them, look upon them as mere just bundles of energy or matter. There's the biggest difference between a scientist and a Vedantin. A Vedanti sees every natural phenomenon as knowledge. Why knowledge? Every phenomenon is manifestation of knowledge. But a scientist does not see the knowledge there. He only sees everything as inert matter. Because we see every phenomenon as manifestation of knowledge, we see everything as Ishvara, Bhagavan. Therefore, every Devata also, we look at it, everything as Devata. The very word Devata means illumination of consciousness. So, Surya Devata, Chandra Devata, Agni Devata, Vayu Devata, all these phenomena are all perfect in their functions. How do we know this perfection in the functions of all these devatas? Because of the harmony, the universal harmony which is possible, because all of them are functioning perfectly. And the perfection, wherever there is orderliness, wherever there is an order, wherever there is a function, there is an order involved. The orderliness itself is the proof for the intelligent being backing it. There's intelligence behind every order, any orderliness seen anywhere in any function of any phenomenon here. Isn't it? That orderliness is governed by the intelligent devatas. There's intelligence. We do not see through physical eyes, but we must be sensitive enough to appreciate it. We must be sharp enough, subtle enough to appreciate this fact. Which means there is even order. There is universal order. Also does not exist outside of this awareness. It is this pure awareness, pure consciousness, pure knowledge only in the presence of this conscious awareness. Even the order, universal order, enjoys existence. All the natural laws which govern the results of actions are Ishvara, the Lord, which means they're all knowledge. Even the order does not exist outside of Ishvara, which is knowledge. So order enjoys its existence in knowledge. Therefore, function, all these involuntary, how involuntary functions in living being are backed by knowledge. Order is involved in those functions. Even the functions of all these phenomena also involves order. And that order also is backed by the one and the only same knowledge, same intelligent principle. Therefore, Upanishad here presents as though all these phenomena are functioning perfectly or remain in perfection. They're perfect in their duties because out of fear of Brahman. The word fear should not be taken literally. Oh, sun shines out of fear of Brahman. Wind blows out of fear of Brahman. Means, should not take it literally. They function out of fear means, what does it mean? As reverence for Bhagavan's, okay? As reverence, having reverence for Bhagavan's order, respect for the order, respecting the order, having reverence for the order, they all do their duties perfectly. Imagine one day sun goes on a strike. No, I'm very tired today, Suppose the wind says, let me go and sit in one corner somewhere. I'm very tired. We all feel suffocated. We do not see that. See, Upanishad makes you really see. Don't ever take any sun or moon or any phenomenon for granted as just the bundle of energy. No. Everything is knowledge. Everything is manifestation of knowledge. Everything is Ishvara. No, Virat Purushaha Bhagavan. Vishwarupaha Bhagavan. Bhagavan means again the truth. There is knowledge, intelligent principle backing the order, the universal order, all the natural laws involved in all the functions. I don't want to take a lot of time to see how everything is working. Of course, in physics, they experiment a lot to talk about lots of functions. Everything is functioning. The proof is what? There is harmony. There's imperfection in the order, there wouldn't be this harmony. So perfection in the functions of all the phenomena involved in, there is an order. That orderliness is backed by an intelligent principle. That intelligence, that knowledge is another than this Brahma. But that Brahma you have to recognize as only your own self, in your own mind. If you go and search for intelligence in the sun, you cannot see through physical eyes. What is that knowledge? What is that abstract reality obtaining in the form of pure consciousness, pure knowledge, which alone is there as an intelligent principle behind all these laws, backing these laws, which are there in the functions? What is that? What is that knowledge which alone is there, manifest as knowledge backing the odd involved in the functions of the living beings? What is that knowledge? That knowledge, that reality is available for recognition in your own mind as the Swarupam of the knower I. Isn't it? So, don't think Brahman is the source of fear when unknown. Brahman is also the ordainer, Shasta. Bhagavan, Lord Ayyappa is known as Shasta. Shasta means governor. The governor in English word, in Sanskrit means what? Shasta. One who governs. Just by remaining in the form of knowledge, one who governs all functions, backing the order, maintaining the orderliness. It means the whole infrastructure is given, and therefore the giver of the infrastructure and the given infrastructure are non-separate. The given is non-separate from the giver. And the giver is another than Ishvara. Ishvara is another than the truth. Okay, what Upanishad says here, let us read here. Bhishasmad vataf pavate. 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 Bhishodeti suryaha. Bhishodeti suryaha. Bhishodeti suryaha. Deti suryaha. Bhishasmadagnischendrascha. 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 Mrityurdhavati panchama iti. Mrityurdhavati panchama iti. With panchamaha iti, with panchamaha, rig mantra comes to an end. And iti indicates the end of the rig mantra. Here ends our the answer for the question whether Brahman exists. Bhishasmad vataf pavate. Bhishasmad vataf pavate. I'm sure you are making note of which point ends where. Okay. Bhishasmad vataf pavate. Bhishasmad vataf pavate. Bhishodeti suryaha. Bhishodeti suryaha. Bhishodeti suryaha. Bhishodeti suryaha. Bhishasmadagnischendrascha. 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 Smadagnischendrascha. Mrityurdhavati panchama iti. Mrityurdhavati panchama iti. Mrityurdhavati panchama iti. Mrityurdhavati panchama iti. It says, Bhisha asmat vataha pavate. Vataha, the wind, pavate, blows. Wind blows. Oh, don't we know this? What Upanishad is? Does Upanishad need to teach us? No, what Upanishad teaches, you simply see the wind blowing as the wind blowing. Upanishad makes you see the knowledge being manifest in the form of wind. Knowledge, it is pure awareness, consciousness backing, being the intelligent principle backing the order involved in that function of blowing. You cannot make the wind blow. Can we make it blow? Don't take it, because this is what is becoming sensitive to what is, isn't it? There's a different way of appreciating everything. So, Vataha Pavate. Wind blows. How? Why does wind blow? Why does it blow? Because blowing is its function. And that function is not simply happening. We never take it, we don't really think about it, isn't it? The wind is blowing means it's a function. It's a function means you cannot make it do that. It's not in our hands, it is happening. It's a function and a part of the wind. And that function is happening means there is an orderliness. How it should be doing it, why it should be doing it. If it does not do, what will happen? Okay, the blowing is the duty on the part of the wind. It's a function. And wherever there's a function, definitely there's an orderliness. And that order is what? Implies the intelligent principle backing it. There's intelligence. Understand? That intelligence is Bhagavan. that is appreciating this fact is presented here as what? The wind is blowing out of fear of Bhagavan. Out of fear of Brahman. Asmat Bhisha. Bhisha Asmat means what? Bhisha means out of fear. Because Bhihi means fear. In nominative case, Bhihi, actually it's a Bhish, Sakaranta Shabda. Therefore, Bhihi, nominative. Third case is what? Bhisha. Bhisha is the instrumental case. Bhisha, out of fear. Fear of whom? Asmat. Out of fear of this Brahman, Paramatma, wind blows. Vataha Pavate. You all know the wind is blowing always. But have we ever seen it differently like this? We cannot make the wind blow. If the wind does not blow, what would have happened? Wind must be blowing. Only then there's a harmony is possible. Everything must do its own function. Isn't it? Everything must blend with everything else. Or there will be disharmony. Disharmony means there will be disturbance. Bhishasmad vataf pavate. Bhishasmad vataf pavate. Bhishodete suryaha. Bhishodete suryaha. Sometimes there's some disorder. We can see the problem, isn't it? Bhishodete suryaha. Bhishodete suryaha. See, it is because of this order alone. Sun is capable of being the infinite source of energy. And this order is because of this intelligence backing it. So, Udeti Bhisha Udeti. You break it like Pavate blows, a verb. Wind blows. Vataha Pavate. Similarly here, Udeti is a parasmi padam. Pavate is atmane padam. The verb. Udeti shines. Udeti rises. Suryaha udeti, sun rises. You all know very well sun does not rise. What it means is every time on the sun, the earth rotating itself and comes around the sun in its orbit, you are able to enjoy the sunlight. You are able to enjoy the sun's heat. Isn't it? Which means always sun is of the source of all energy. And you are blessed with the sun, blessed by the sun. You are blessed with all the energy the sun enjoys. Imagine, suppose sun doesn't want to. One day sun doesn't want to. Let the earth come and go. Let me not show my light. Doesn't do that. Which means that's also, you have to see the function, duty. Function. You'll see it as a function. As an infinite source of energy, how energy is, transferred through nature, lots of in many factors, how that energy is transferred through various processes. The possibility of photosynthesis, possibility of evaporation, possibility of condensation, possibility of rains, all these factors are associated with the sun, isn't it? But for sun and but for the function of the sun, there cannot be evaporation, there cannot be condensation, there cannot be clouds, there cannot be rains, there cannot be photosynthesis, there cannot be food, there cannot be plants, there cannot be life. Because sun is what it is. The sun is sun being what it is. The very presence of sun is what? There is certain the function, isn't it? Therefore, that is also what? Not outside of the order. That order is again what? Backed by the intelligent principle, which is none other than Bhagavan, the source of all knowledge. Therefore, Bhishodeti Suryaha, Bhishodeti Suryaha. How many laws? Can you count the laws? The innumerable, countless laws which govern all these functions as part of the universal natural moral law and order. Therefore, out of fear the sun rises. Out of fear the wind blows. Out of fear of Brahmatma, the wind blows. Out of fear of the Brahmatma, this even sun rises. The word fear should not be mistaken literally as fear. We have to see how these function, the order, are very much existing only in awareness, in knowledge. The order does not exist outside of the knowledge, awareness. The order also does not exist, the function does not exist. Therefore, the benefit of these functions also are possible because of the existence of Brahma in the form of knowledge. Is it clear? How much benefits we enjoy because of the contribution of these devatas? That you understand first. Our lives keep going. Our lives are possible because of the abundance of contribution of these devatas. Phenomena. And that contribution, the part of the devatas is possible because they're all existent, they're all functional. They're functional because they're backed by the order. And the order is possible because of the knowledge, intelligence. You cannot see through physical eyes the intelligence. Understand? So everything enjoys existence in awareness. Anything and everything enjoys its existence in awareness means everything is manifestation of awareness, and which is Ishvara. So don't take anything for granted. Without knowledge, without Paramatma, without pure awareness, consciousness, nothing is possible. That is why it's said to be out of fear of Paramatma, Brahman. Here, this Suryaha Udeti, sun rises. Bhishasmadagnischendrascha, 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 Bhishasmadagnischendrascha. Upanishad does not give a big list of all the devatas, just mentions a few. Bhisha asmat agnihi cha indraha cha. Now, the verb is not mentioned here. Like earlier, previous sentences, we saw Suryaha udeti, Vataha pavate. The verbs also were mentioned. But here verbs are not mentioned in this third line. It is simply, it is said, Asmat Bhisha, out of fear of this reality Brahman, Paramatma, the Lord. Agnihi, the fire principle is involved in its own duty of, in its own function of heating up. Where all fire principle exists, how it contributes, right from your kitchen. Imagine, suppose this fire does not work as do its duty of burning or heating or how indispensable, isn't it? Existence of every phenomenon is so important. Without fire, what would have been the situation? Without wind, what would have been the situation? Without sun, what would have been the situation? Just imagine how much we are at the mercy of these devatas. And every devata, I don't say any more phenomenon or phenomena, okay? I called every devata is a function existing within the realm of an order backed by knowledge, which is Bhagavan. Therefore, Agnihi, fire does its own job out of the fear of Paramatma. So, Chandraha, the moon does what it needs to do. Now you can include all the planets moving in their orbits, all other phenomena in the whole cosmos, all are governed by the intelligent principles, devatas. Now, Mrityurdhavati Panchama iti. Mrityurdhavati Panchama iti. Now, Mrityuhu is a Ukaranta Pullinga Shabdaha. Mrityuhu means literally death. Mrityuhu means death. No, death also is none other than time factor. time factor alone is said to be Yamadharma Raja, Lord of Death. You know why? Time factor always is very busy, very fast. That's why Dhavati. Mrityuhu Dhavati. As the fifth Devata, Panchamaha. Why Panchamaha in this context? We saw Vataha first, Suryaha second, Agnihi third, Chandraha fourth. Now in this list mentioned by Upanishad, the fifth Devata here is the time factor, who runs fast because very busy, has no time. So time has no time to rest. You know that? Time factor has no time to rest. Because everything comes into existence in time. Everything grows in time. Everything resolves in time. Everything comes to an end in time. Isn't it? Death happens in time. Birth happens in time. Change happens in time. In fact, every time some change happens on the part of anything or anybody, the change is what? Birth of new form, death of old form. So time is so busy. There's a different way of appreciating the factor. So, this is called Mrityuhu. There is no lord of death other than time. Okay? You cannot. Why? Because time comes and knocks at the door. Come on, ready? I'm ready to take you out. Are you? Wait. I want to just say one important thing to my youngest son. Please give me some time. Time is no time for me. I cannot wait for you anymore. No time. Grab and take. Change is brought about in time. Isn't it? Therefore, Mrityuhu Panchamaha Devata, Panchamaha, as the fifth one, Mrityuhu Dhavati, runs fast. Means what? Even the time factor does not exist outside of the order. Only when you appreciate this fact, you're helped to see every small thing, tiny thing which exists here exists within the realm of order. No existence of anything in this universe exists outside of the order. That is why anything which enjoys existence is very significant. Time factor exists, who is said to be the Mrityuhu, the Lord of Death, or the death, it's just a change. In fact, death is a change only. Relative, isn't it? Death is relative destruction, it's a change. Therefore, the time, that is something which causes pain. When the birth happens, doesn't cause that much pain. Growth makes you feel happy. Decay makes you worry. Death makes you feel very sad and upset. All these changes are happening in time. Therefore, here the time factor looked upon as Mrityuhu is also, time factor is not something relative, but still, where does this time factor exist? How does the time keep moving? Okay, even existence of time and how the way the time is here is all within the realm of an order, and that order is backed by intelligent principle, the knowledge. Therefore, time is knowledge. Every phenomenon is knowledge. For everything here, all these functions, the existence of phenomena and their functions, all of them tremendously contribute for the sustenance, life of all of us. Because they're all functioning the way they should be functioning. then they're perfectly they're functioning because of the order backing those functions, order involved in those functions, and that orderliness because of which perfection is possible in their duties and functions, that orderliness itself is the proof that there is and knowledge backing that orderliness. Is it clear? Therefore, it is said here that everything is within the realm of order, which is not outside of knowledge, and that knowledge is manifestation of knowledge for which the source is Brahmatma and you are that Brahman. Therefore, this is another proof also. Actually speaking, 7 reasons only. Not only a Brahman unknown is the source of fear, cause of fear. Even out of fear of this Brahman alone, all these phenomena function. I don't want to call it phenomena again. All these devatas function by their, just by functioning, existing within the realm of law and order, they all contribute for our wellness, our well-being. Here ends the answer for the important question, does Brahman exist at all? What proof do you want? Now, hereafter there should not be any doubt about the existence of Brahman, existence of Bhagavan. This is how Bhagavan is. This is how God is. This is how the Lord is. This is how the reality is. This is how Brahmatma is. So knowledge is Bhagavan, order is Bhagavan, functions are Bhagavan, the results of functions are Bhagavan, all the actions are Bhagavan, the results determining the results of actions also are Bhagavan. The laws determining the results of actions are Bhagavan. All that is here is Bhagavan. Therefore, Bhagavan exists in the form of the truth implied by the term Brahma. Here ends that answer. Now hereafter, completely new topic begins. I think we'll start tomorrow. After Vidya Ganapati Homa, Puja today, with the grace of Ganapati Bhagavan, Vidya Ganapati Bhagavan. So Vidya Ganapati, of course, I'll tell you. Anyway, supposed to Ganapati Puja is always, because the God, Lord of all Ganas, all groups of beings is Ganapati. And invoke the grace of Bhagavan as the remover of obstacles, especially in the pursuit of knowledge, in the pursuit of all that you need to know for our spiritual progress and wisdom. It's very auspicious puja being organized. Thanks to the organizers and the person behind the whole show, whoever is having these ideas, our of course Krishnan ji also. So let us enjoy, participate, pray, enjoy the benefit. Okay, and we'll continue tomorrow the new topic. One topic is over. 2 questions, answer will come later on. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. 1 minute. Any questions? Can take it off. Any confusion? Have I confused any of you? You can feel free to openly tell me that yes, you have confused me. I will not be upset at all. I'm very happy to know. I'll be very happy to accept and appreciate your honesty. Any confusion? Was it very